we're rolling with the punches tonight. There's a messy kitchen. Actually, it doesn't look that messy. Anyways, my kitchen's messy. I just got back from a wedding, so we're just gonna roll with the makeup that's on my face. Hello, welcome back to my channel. If you're new, hi, my name's Janelle, and if you're not, my name's still Janelle. Thanks for being here. So today, I am doing a 24-hour readathon once again, another spooky kind of one. And I'm actually doing this one with Sidnie over at Mid-read-a-thon. If you guys don't know already, she's my best friend, and I do everything with her at this point, through FaceTime, obviously, because we don't live in the same state. It's kind of dumb. But, so yeah, we're gonna be doing this 24-hour readathon together. I'm really, really excited. We have planned our TBRs for this, and we are going to be doing, I think we're doing a buddy read in this. So that's gonna be really fun. But our readathon is going to be starting in the next 25-ish minutes. It's currently 9:04. So yeah, we will be starting super soon. I'm super excited, but I did want to go ahead and just film this quick intro because as soon as 9:30 hits, we will be on FaceTime. So I didn't want her to just sit in the background awkwardly, although I don't think she would have minded. But anyways, I'm going to grab the books that I'm planning on reading for this 24 hours. I'll be right back. Let's just talk about the books that I'm going to be reading. Obviously, this is a 24-hour readathon, so we're going to be going from 9:30 p.m. tonight until kind of 9:30 tomorrow. Not really, because I have people coming over to my house from like 6-ish to 8-ish. So I am going to be adding 2 more hours on the back end of this, but just pretend it ended at 9:30 tomorrow. Let's talk about the books that I'm going to be reading. So first up, I do usually have an audiobook that I am listening to if I'm ever doing something else. I am going to be trying to finish my audiobook of A Clown in a Cornfield by Adams. I don't know how to pronounce it. I don't. So yeah, I'm gonna be trying to finish this audiobook. I have about 3 hours left of this audiobook, I think. So if I'm ever having a moment where I'm cleaning my house, which will happen because it's a wreck, I will be listening to that. And then as far as physical reads, I do have Wilder Girls by Rory Power on the TBR. I'm really excited about this one, actually. I've heard a lot of, well, I shouldn't even say I've heard a lot of good things. I've heard a lot of mixed things about this book, but it does seem like my kind of book. So I do want to add it to the TBR, and it seems like it would be a pretty quick read. It's pretty short, and also the font is not super small. So I feel like I could get this one done. So that's on the TBR. I also have Death Note, the Black Edition, Volume 1. So this actually contains Volume 1 and 2. So this is just kind of to give me a break from novel-ish stuff. So yeah, this is on the TBR. What the heck is a TBR? Anyways, and then I do have another graphic novel. I'm going to be reading Coraline by Neil Gaiman. I have that on script, so it's on my phone. So I am planning on reading that if I feel like reading another graphic novel. And then lastly, this is the buddy read that Sidnie and I are going to be doing, and that is The X-Hex by Aaron Sterling. I am super excited about this. I've heard a lot of great things, and I'm really excited that I'm able to get to this month. This one is super short, so we will be starting off the readathon with this and then also ending the readathon with this together. So I'm really excited. I love a buddy reading with my bestie. She's so fun to read with. Yeah, that is going to be the TBR for this 24-hour period. I'm really excited. I am super exhausted though, so I'm definitely going to be making like a cup of coffee or a cup of tea or something, just to keep me going for the next few hours-ish, because Sidnie and I are going to be starting off reading The X-Hex, and then we're going to be watching The Haunting of Hill House together. I think we're on episode 6. So we're trying to finish that out before she leaves to go to California for a trip. So that is the plan. I'm super excited. I am going to make myself something. I'm also probably gonna eat too. I'm gonna take this lipstick off my face because it's just too much for me. I just wanna eat, and I don't like stuff on my face. So yeah, I'm gonna take this lipstick off, and then I'm going to probably try and eat some food, and I think that's all the things I'm gonna do. Anyways, my brain's a mess. I'll see you guys in a few seconds. I look like I just got done like making out with someone. I look like I just got done making out with a woman. I feel like the person who made red lipstick was thinking like, oh, they're gonna look so ridiculous when they try to take this stuff off. Hope you guys like Barbie, because that's who you're getting. So it is currently 12:47 the next day. I have been doing some reading. Sidnie and I watched our show, which I don't think I got any clips of that, but we watched our show and then we ended up going to bed because we were really tired. And then I woke up at 8 and then I kept snoozing. So I didn't really get out of bed until like 10-ish. But I found the X-Hex on audiobook. So I've been playing that while physically reading it. I'm now on page 198, which is Sidnie and I's stopping point. And then we're going to finish out the book later tonight. But I had my coffee, I had lunch. I feel like I'm starting to get sick. Like my throat is hurting, so that's not good. But I do want to move on to something else to read. I do have to read 2 chapters of The Well-Watered Woman for my book club thing. I have a bunch of women that come over on Monday nights and we talk about this book. So I do have to read those 2 chapters at some point today. And then I really want to finish Wilder Girls. Really bad. But I don't know if that's gonna happen because it's like 350 pages. Oh wait, no, it's not. Yeah, it's like 350 pages. So I don't think I will be finishing this. So I'm thinking about just tackling Death Note and Coraline on Scribd and trying to get those read. I don't know. I really don't know. Because I'm not really in the mood for a manga right now. I kind of just want to read the graphic novel. So maybe I'll read the graphic novel and then start Wilder Girls. Because you have like a few hours. Like I could probably do it if I just focus. I probably won't finish it, but I probably would put a really good dent in it. So I think what I'm gonna do now is I'm going to read those 2 chapters of The Well-Watered Woman, read the graphic novel on my phone, which you guys won't be able to see, but I'm gonna read that, and then I'm going to dive into Wilder Girls. So I think that's the plan. And then hopefully I can get Wilder Girls done like ASAP because Sidnie and I are supposed to be reading The Love Hypothesis tomorrow, and we're supposed to start and finish it tomorrow. So it's supposed to be like a one sitting kind of book. So hopefully that works out in my favor. But yeah, I am just going to go ahead and read these 2 chapters. Okay, so it is now 4:15 and I finished the X-Hex because Sidnie and I were gonna wait and like finish the last 100 pages as like the end of the readathon, but we just wanted to get this book over with because no, I did not like this all that much. It started off pretty good, except that I felt like we started reading in the middle of a plot, so I was like, what is going on? Like it just didn't make any sense. And then it was just really slow. And then like the second half of the book started to pick up a little bit, but it was just confusing at that point because there were so many things happening. I was not invested in the characters at all. and I just, no, this really was not my favorite. I told Sidnie that I think the ending would have been cuter if I liked characters, but I didn't like them. So the ending was just kind of like, okay. Yeah, as you can see, I started tabbing and then I just gave up at the last half. Yeah, not my favorite book. I am glad that I read it. Like it definitely had like fall vibes at points, but then it was just like, the story just didn't make sense as a whole. So not my favorite. So I finished that. We're moving on from that. I also did finish Coraline, graphic novel. I don't know if I said that yet, but I finished that and I actually really enjoyed it. It was like the perfect combination of like cute and creepy, and I had a good time with it. I feel like that's a book I'll end up reading every spooky season. I didn't read the physical, like I read the graphic novel. So I liked the graphic novel version. I don't know if I necessarily would like the novel, but I did like the graphic novel. So I was satisfied with that. So at least I got something. And then I have about like an hour and 15 minutes until my mom is coming over to start cooking some of the stuff for tonight. And then I have to take like a 3-hour break from this readathon. So I'm just gonna add those 3 hours onto the end. I think we're gonna go until midnight Sidnie's time. I'm thinking I'm just going to listen to my audiobook of Clown in a Cornfield because I do want to finish that this month, and I feel like I'm not gonna have another chance. Actually, that's not true. Audiobooks I feel like are easier for me to finish throughout the month because at least I can listen to them in the car, like on the way to work this week, and in moments that I'm cleaning. So actually I'm not gonna do that. Okay, so I think I'm actually gonna jump into Wilder Girls and just read as much of this as I can today. I don't think I'll be finishing this today, which is fine, but you know, this is kind of more of like a chill 24-hour readathon, because I really just wanted to get the XX read. So if I do end up finishing that, this would be great. If not, it's fine. So yeah, I am on chapter 2. I'm on page 8. So I did start this because I read the first chapter to see if I even wanted to read this, and it does seem really interesting, and I think it will read really quickly. So I'm going to read this, and then, yeah, I'm gonna read this until my mom gets here. I might try and read a little bit while she's here cooking, but I probably will end up just talking to her. And then after everybody leaves my house, I'll pick this back up again. And then Sidnie and I are going to finish out the readathon with 2 episodes of The Haunting of Hill House. So that should be really fun. So hopefully I can finish this. If not, just read half of it. That would be great too. Okay, so after reading literally 3 pages of Wilder Girls, I'm realizing that if I read this book and I don't finish it tonight, then it's going to put me off schedule for the rest of the week, since Sidnie and I are supposed to start and finish The Love Hypothesis tomorrow. So I'm thinking I'm actually just going to pick up Death Note, the Black Edition Volume 1, which has Volume 1 and 2 in it, so technically I'd be finishing 2 volumes. So I think I'm actually going to pick that up instead, so at least I finish something and I don't end this readathon on like an open-ended book. So that's what I'm going to do, which means I won't have gotten as much reading done during this readathon, but I was able to clean my house and watch some shows and stuff with Sidnie, so it's pretty successful to me in that way. But yeah, so I'm actually going to switch over to a Death Note because that's something I know I can finish by the end of the readathon. Good morning. I am just here to recap the 24-hour readathon. Please excuse my voice. First of all, this is the first time that I'm talking this morning. Second of all, my tonsils are really swollen, so it's kind of difficult to talk. But I just wanted to wrap up this 24-hour readathon. I managed to finish 3 books for this 24-hour readathon. I read The Ex-Hex, I read Coraline, and I read A Clown in a Cornfield. And I just wanted to update you guys on my thoughts about all of those books. So I was not a fan of The Ex-Hex, which I'm really, really sad to say because I did want to like this one, but it just definitely, it was just a little bit confusing. And it felt like we were jumping into the middle of a plot. I felt like I didn't really know the characters. I honestly felt like the characters were really cringy and annoying. So yeah, not my favorite. So there's that. Yeah, not a huge fan of The Ex-Hex. Now Coraline, I really, really did like. Oh, by the way, I'm giving The Ex-Hex 2 stars. Coraline, I actually really, really did like, and I'm giving that one 4 stars. That one was like the perfect amount of creepy and cute, and I really had a blast with it, honestly. But again, I read the graphic novel version, so I don't know if the novel is not as good, but the graphic novel was really entertaining and I enjoyed it. And then I also read Clown in a Cornfield. That one I am giving 3.5 stars, so I did enjoy that one. However, the reason that I'm giving it 3.5 is I started the audiobook at the beginning of the month and I finished it out now at the end of the month, and I not completely forgot, but almost didn't even know what the first part was even about anymore. And I listen to audiobooks like that all the time. I start them at the beginning of the month and then I finish them all out at the end of the month. And I'm usually able to recall what happened, but with this book, I couldn't. And to me, that's like a big tell for me that I didn't hold on to the information because it wasn't that big. So it did bump that down for me, but also, the beginning of the book was really normal, like a normal book. And then I feel like halfway through it was all of a sudden like just slaughter. And I was like, okay, this is really abrupt. I just felt like the transition between like getting to know the kids and then them like this killer clown like coming into the mix just was not smooth enough. So yeah, I did have a problem with that, but I still enjoyed it. Like once we got to the really gory parts, it actually was really entertaining and it was really great, but yeah, it wasn't my favorite. So yeah, and then Sidnie and I watched 2 episodes of The Haunting of Hill House last night, and I'm loving that show. It's so good. It's so well done, like film-wise. And also the story, like behind the scary stuff, is so good. And I love it. Like each of the kids are just so different, and like, I don't know, I love everything about that show. Yeah, I've been really enjoying that. We have 2 more episodes, so we're gonna watch 1 tonight and then 1 tomorrow. So that's gonna be really fun. But yeah, that is pretty much the end of this video. I really hope you had a good time. I have no idea if this is going to be like the shortest video ever, but I guess we'll find out, right? Yeah, I really did have a great time. I was not able to get to either of these, but I do plan on reading this still in this month, so I'm not worried about that. And then this one, I think I'm gonna try and read it next month, so be looking out for that. But yeah, I had a really, really great time. I hope you guys did, and I'll see you in my next 24-hour readathon because I will definitely have more. I do them all the time.